Alright, hi guys, I'm Annabelle, and today I'm going to be talking about the murder of Kacie Woody. So this is what happened. So Kacie had two internet friends named Dave. He lived in San Diego, and he said he was 18 years old. And Scott, he lived in Atlanta, and he was 14 years old. Kacie, she's 13 years old, and she lives in Arkansas. And so Scott and Kacie, they were dating and stuff. And so Kacie actually met Scott and Dave through like a Christian group chat. I don't know like how it was created and stuff, but like they all had that. And so they all like just felt safe around him and stuff. And then I don't know. And so there's Dave though. Like Dave, everyone felt safe around him. Everyone like felt comfortable, I guess. Like everyone knew about him. Like Scott even had a couple conversations with Dave too. And like they just felt comfortable with him. And what like connected Kacie and Dave together is that Kacie, her mother died whenever she was 7 years old. And Dave actually had a sick aunt, and crazy thing, his sick aunt lived in Arkansas, in which he was actually gonna watch for her and stuff. Yeah, I know. Whoa. And so at some point probably Kacie would want to meet up with him and stuff. But they did, but not in the best way. So Kacie was just chilling out one day, and a little bit I'm gonna fast forward to the day of whenever she was kidnapped. So she actually was arguing. I can't remember if it was with her friend Sam or Jessica. So they're having an argument about either Dave or Scott. I'm sorry, I don't really know which one it was. And they're arguing and stuff. And so they're arguing. And but then the counselor found out who was out, and then she gave him a speech hey, know who you're talking to, and all that. Which it is really good. You should always know who you're talking to, and be safe. You need to be safe. And so then a fast forward to that night, Kacie was just ranting to Scott and stuff. And then also apparently Dave's aunt was given a couple weeks to live. And here's some text messages between Scott and Kacie. So here's Kacie. Tonight, Dave's aunt is going to be my mom. And then Scott said, "I'm so sorry, baby. At least we know she'll be happy with your mom. I'm sure she will look out for her." And then she said, "Yeah, I think they'll be best friends. Da da da. Hee hee." And then Scott said, "I hope Dave's all right." And then Kacie said, "He is. I am on the phone. He has been laughing at me because he knows I'm the best." And then Scott said, "At least he's laughing." And then Dave was on the phone because he could not be on the computer because he was driving and all that. And so then Kacie was "Hey, look, I just want you to know how bad the weather is tonight and all that." And so then here's some more text messages because just this whole other thing. And so here's some more text messages. Repeat this. Not repeat. So Kacie, whenever apparently Dave actually ended up going to Kacie's house. Dave is not 18. Dave was actually a 47-year-old. And so Dave put chloroform over her mouth, and then she passed out, and then so he dragged 13-year-old Kacie to his minivan. And so then Scott was texting her, and here's some text messages. "Hee hee, I'll always be with you, my angel, because you're all I want to be with." And then Kacie didn't respond, and so he just kept going and going. He said this again. "Ha, I put my my screensaver as a picture I have in my locker." And then he texted again, "You're the most beautiful angel in the world, Kacie." She still didn't respond. And then he said, "Are you okay, sweetie?" And then she said, "Yeah." That was not Kacie saying yeah, it was probably Dave. And so then he was she wasn't responding at all, and it was just a yeah. It didn't seem like something that Kacie would do. And so Scott was just kind of worried. He was like, "That doesn't seem like a Kacie thing." And so here he texted her this: "You there, baby? Sweetie, are you okay? Please talk to me, baby. When you are ready to talk, I'll be there. Are you mad at me, baby? Please talk to me, baby." So Scott tried getting a response from Kacie for half an hour, and just sounding more and more desperate. So then here's, please God, let her be okay. Kacie, please talk to me. Please, please, Kacie, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. And then like he kept trying and trying. And then Scott actually called her house, and afterward, like after like Kacie, I'm scared, I don't know what to do. He actually called her house and said this, why isn't anyone answering the phone? Ugh, please pick up Kacie. Please, God, please let her pick up. And then he ended up sending an email to Jessica, but like she was actually asleep already. And so like some more background information, actually I forgot to remind this. So like I don't know like what happened, but like Kacie, like she actually asked so many friends like to have a sleepover with her that night. And that was never something that Kacie really did. Like she didn't really ask like anyone to have a sleepover with her, like especially on a school night. Like this was a school night, and like she just like never asked anyone to have a sleepover with her like on school nights. And like she never would like she never would ask, like she asked so many people and like that. Kacie just never did that. And so like a lot of her friends actually to this day think, huh, what if like I did, like what if like we talked to her and stuff. And um so then like Dave had her, and so like her brother Tim, who was 19 years old, actually Kacie, she lived with her father and her brother. And so like Tim came home and like Kacie wasn't there, and so like they called their father. Kacie's father was actually a police officer too. It's like a reminder too. Like I hear some people saying like, oh, I don't have to worry, my dad's a police officer. It can happen to anyone. It really can. And so then just sorry, so like Kacie's like father had, like they're all looking for her and stuff, and then like they found out that like in a hotel there was a man named David Fuller booked for 1 week, and he requested that no one goes into his room. Like he doesn't want anyone entering his room, which I just kind of seemed a little weird and stuff. And so like apparently Dave also had bought rope, I think, or chain, one of the two. And so like they ended up finding like some steps to like find him, and then like they ended up actually finding David and Kacie. Okay, so like they like, it was just like a scary thing, like, and they're just like, it's just like, oh, is she alive, is she dead? And so they found a minivan like tracing to Kacie's steps. Kacie she was well, like they're in the minivan, in which they found in the minivan David, who had shot himself. And then Kacie, it seemed like that she was sexually assaulted, and also that she was shot too. She was also tied up, and so it was not something pretty to see. And so Kacie did not get to go home that day because she's with her mother now. And so it's such a terrible thing what happened to her, which I just like want to remind all of you guys that this is real, and that like you may think it won't happen to me. It can happen to anyone. And I just like to remind all of you guys to please be safe. Know who you're talking to, because it's really important. And like, I mean, like Kacie, like she could be older now. She could actually be like living her life. Instead, she doesn't get to do that. She died because she got shot because she wanted to talk to someone online. So just know who you're talking to, guys. Thank you for listening. Sorry if any of my information's off, or like if my information, like if there wasn't like enough, and like you guys felt like, oh, that wasn't like weird. Bye.